Hello, welcome to Freedom Friday Live. Don't know what just happened, but nevertheless, hey y'all, welcome to Freedom Friday, July's edition of Freedom Friday. This is Sarita Price, and you know how we do it. All things soft skills, but tonight's going to be a little different. Um, it's still Freedom Friday, but the topic I'm discussing tonight, I kind of talked a little bit about it in a couple of posts. But anyway, a lot has been going on um, in my life. As you know, I took a sabbatical for June. Um, and that's kind of what I want to talk about tonight is when do you know it is time to transition, to regroup, and to just start fresh. I know I've been feeling this way for a while about starting fresh, and I'm in a new place, even though I got my background on, but yeah, I'm in a new place. I'm still in Memphis, but a new place. I had a lot of things change, but I just felt like, in all honesty, it was time for a change. Um, some of you guys may see this, maybe watching live, or you may actually see it. I'm gonna make sure this actually is streaming because it was a little concerning. Let me go to my YouTube channel, but to see, we're just gonna have a chat tonight, right? Of what's been going on with Sarita and why I decided to make some changes. Um, Go to my channel here, make sure that I am live. Um, so let me go here. Yeah, I am live. Okay, all right. Just make sure everything's going on because something kind of crazy happened right before I was going live. But anyway, um, so yeah, why did I decide to make this huge transition? When I say huge, guys, I mean I just felt like that I needed a change in my life. I actually sold my house. Um, yeah, I got a little music going in the background here because it's a little noisy upstairs. My neighbor, huge change in my life, and I said I sold my house. I just wanted to start fresh. I didn't take anything with me but my personal belongings. I sold all my furniture. What I didn't sell, I gave it away to bless somebody else. So I really kind of disrupt my own life. And guess what? I've been a free kind of spirit before, but I'm really free now. So I just want to chat with you guys about some of the things I went through in June. I decided to take a social media break. I was checking some of my things, certain channels or social media platforms. It's business, so I kind of posted every once in a while. But yeah, I took a break. I didn't post much at all. Any groups, even the groups I'm over. I was packing and excited, and I just wanted something fresh, something new, a new beginning. And truth be told, I mean, God had really told me to do this a while back. I kept procrastinating, but as said, some things got shifting, and I was like, okay, yeah, I need to go ahead and do this. But it all worked out just like it was supposed to work out. So, I kind of want to talk about a little about when do you know? When do you know when it's time to change? When do you know it's time for transitioning in your life? As most of you know, I'm a business owner. I'm making some changes, even more changes. I'm evolving. That's the word I want to use in my business, and as well as my personal life. It was some relationships, professional as well as business, that I had to either shift this, how the relationship was going, or I had to just absolutely, really end the relationship. It was painful, some of them, but my thing is, one thing I'm learning along the way, I'm being very transparent. When people, I'm a giver. Anybody who knows me truly knows me that I'm a giver. Anytime that you have people in that are not adding value to your life, I don't care who it is. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, and you know the direction, the path that God has you going on, and they're weighing you down or not adding any value. They're not there for you when you needed them, but you were already always there for them. You have to make that hard decision, and I had to make that decision. I'm serious. I mean, it was difficult, struggle, but I'm okay now. You have to be okay. I did some things in my business, as far as I do a lot of volunteer work, and um, I give, free webinars and different things to certain organizations. And some of those are going to be ending because, I mean, I I'm in business to help people, but I also have to pay my bills. So I kind of want to really talk about that for a minute for my entrepreneurs out there that, you do some pro bono work. You sometimes you do have to give away some things, and um, you know, to get your name out there, to people know your gifts, your abilities. That's good. But when someone or something is constantly asking you to do something, but there's no compensation either way, not necessarily money, because I've been in situations where I have actually, done some things and they would sponsor something I was doing, or some kind of way, or, and that was a benefit. But if you constantly have people want to, you to do stuff and there's no compensation, you're in business to make money. I'm not going to apologize for that anymore. So yeah, I'm serving some of those things that I was doing before. It's not personal. I tell anybody, it ain't personal. It's business, and you have to really have that mindset, because my mindset is I'm going somewhere. I've mentioned this before. I'm got a whole spreadsheet, my portfolio. I even got, forecasting as far as 7 streams of income to work on. And I can't continue um, to give away stuff free all the time. Even though I have a service, my intellectual property is this, the content that I develop for training classes and different things like that. And I have over 14 classes already I've already developed. I'm constantly developing more. I have books that I'm writing. I mean, so I cannot continue to give and get nothing in return. And then, um, no, I have a T-shirt. You guys, guys, if you don't know, I do. That's one of my sources of income. I have an apparel line. If you haven't checked it out, I have some new apparel. Check it out. Go to my website. Um, And you can find, I have a shirt that I designed. I have a line called Entrepreneur's Life. And it says, I said fee, not free. You don't stop giving away always giving away your items and everything, your times, your gifts and abilities, and not being compensated. You know, you can't make money. You got bills to pay. And I need for everybody to realize, when you talk about especially small business entrepreneurs, we always think many times the prices are a little bit higher than the mainstream, people or what have you. But that's because they, especially if it's a product or service, that's because they don't have that luxury of purchasing wholesale at a lower cost. So I want y'all, especially in the African American community, we always sometimes looking for this hookup. You have to realize, when you're in business, small business like that, they don't get the wholesale costs that a big chain like Walmart or whatever, or even Amazon for that matter, gets. They have to pay more for it. So just going, just rethinking some of those things and reevaluating relationships and, what do I want to do? When do I want to do it? I have, so you really have to be true to yourself. It was getting to the point where I had to really constantly disrupt my life, myself, because this stuff, it wasn't working. It was not working. Um, so there are, and truth be told, I have so many other gifts and talents that I had to go back. I'm not utilizing all of those because, reason why I say, you say that you are free, but what will people think? And I even posted, someone told me, hey, you doing too much. Focus on one. No, I have all these gifts and talents and abilities. And one thing I've learned, as far as, it's another thing I added, I'm a career coach. Everything I do is aligned with each other. It's maybe different things that I'm doing, but it's all going toward my vision, mission, and the values what I stand on. So it's okay. So when people tell you you can't do this, you're doing that. No, I'm an author. I write books. I'm a coach. I even have four different type of coachings that I do, and I'm well equipped. Career coaching, life coaching, leadership coaching, and business coaching. And one thing that I had to realize is, I'm an adjunct professor, and I've said here, I actually had to become a student of my own class. I teach, check this out, I teach entrepreneurship and innovation for Grand Canyon University. I'm an online adjunct professor. Business model canvas, the gamut, I mean, the whole curriculum. I had to actually become my own student. I'm like, you have this information here, use it for yourself. So, in all honesty, I had to go back and relook at everything that I had created because if it's not working and you're not making any money, you need to go back and reevaluate what you are doing. Okay. So, you know, that's when I decided to really shift and find Sarita and utilize all my gifts and talents. I am in the process. I signed my contract again with Mary Kay. Some people don't know that was the first business that I had. I started that back in 2003. Um, I kind of like had to, up and down, but I love skincare. I love and very educated when it comes to your skin and aging and different things. That's the reason I know I don't look like I'm 53. I've been using Mary Kay for over 30 years. No color, my makeup. People always ask me, who does your makeup? What do you use? I do it myself. I even have the professional artists, the makeup brushes. So I am actually relaunching my Mary Kay business because I'm going back to what I love. Guys, you have to go with what you love to do. Yeah, I can do a lot. I have a lot of gifts, talents, and I enjoy doing all of them. There's nothing that I am doing that I don't enjoy doing, right? So I had to actually disrupt, um, stop my own self and say, what do I need to start? What do I need to stop? And what do I need to continue? Remember that. Go back and look at what you need to do. And some of mine, like I said, it was, um, I know my worth, but I'm at the point in my life now where, um, I know my worth, so I'm not going to settle for less. One of my apparel, one of my shirts I designed said, I have $1 million smile with $1 billion mindset. I actually do. I have $1 million smile with $1 billion mindset. It's never too late for you to start over. I'm 53. I, hey, I'm going by like the Bible says, my latter years should be greater than my former. That's where I am. But I actually had to stop and regroup, transition, reflect on some things, become even bolder, become even take more risk. Because if you always do what you always have done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. So you got to do something different, disruptive. And that, and I'll share, I'm going to probably post later, but while I was out, I joined this organization. Give a shout out to Tish. She is the owner of the license here in Memphis. It's an organization called Disrupt HR, and I actually participated in it. I'll be posting pictures and some of the things. Phenomenal event. It was very different. I've never did anything like this before, and actually, we, the Memphis chapter of Disrupt HR, made history. No one had ever did it in a theater format. It was really cool. We were actually in a movie theater, and our presentation, we had five minutes. That was it to present. And from my understanding, I'm going to be posting that on my YouTube channel and my other social media. My actual, they videotaped it. So my presentation, I'm always going to be skilling you softly. So mine was actually one of the top three popular ones that people remember. So I just feel, I know when you agree with God quickly, I pushed and went on and made, that was a, selling my house was a big darn deal. I've been there since 2008, but I wanted a fresh start, right? You have to have a fresh start. I'm so excited. I'm getting ready to take some vacations, travel, and do some new things. And I would just want to encourage you, especially women at 50 and over. And guess what? For my 50 and over crowd, I got something for you guys. I am so freaking excited about this coming in September. So I'm working with someone on it now. So stay tuned in for that. But if you're 50 and older, your life is, to me, it's just beginning. There's so many, you have to constantly evolve. I am the master of reinventing myself, right? So you have to reinvent yourself and constantly. It's, that don't mean when you get 50, you just go somewhere and sit in a rocking chair on the porch. Now, sweetie, I don't know about you, but that's not Sarita. I'm just beginning. And, having my first grandbaby, she was born in April. I told you that the last time. That has put a fire up under me to create wealth and build wealth for my children, for my grandbaby, and so on. So, you know, um, I said this is, like I said, it's kind of a not your typical freedom part, but I had some notes. Um, Let me see what else I wanted to say here. I think I pretty much covered everything. I'm not going to stay on here long, but I just want to give you guys some encouragement. Be yourself. That was huge. I didn't realize how huge it was. What I decided to do. In all honesty, too, it's a freedom because, in all honesty, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know if I'm going to be in Memphis or if I'm going to go somewhere else. But I have that freedom to do that. And I'm excited about what is happening. Doing reason I know that it was in alignment with what God wanted me to do is because everything started happening when I said favor. And it's funny because I probably gonna need to do a live on this. There were certain situations where it inconvenienced me. I mean, little stuff. It inconvenienced me, but during the inconvenience, every time it ended up being a blessing. every time. I mean, something as simple as I ordered food, they gave me the wrong thing. So no, once they give you the food, they can't take it back. But they end not only did I end up getting that food, I actually got my actual food. Something as simple as that. What else happened? Oh, last week I went into the grocery store. To grab some paper towels around about 5:30. So on a Friday, it was a week from today. The lines were long. I actually went to the self check. Both lines was just like down the aisle. I was like, so I get to it. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And the lady hears me, and she was up next, and she grabbed my hand. She said, "Come on, we're gonna pay for this together." And I was like, man, I was like, why? It just took me, it just put me in shock. She said, yeah, scan it. And I started getting my money out. Do you know she would not allow me to pay for it? She would not allow me to pay for it. And I was like, almost was in tears because guys, God has his people out here. There are still a lot of good people in the world. Don't get so caught up in the news or even just in your own local city. And I spoke a blessing over that woman's life because not only I didn't have to get in the back of the line. We scanned our things together, and she paid for it and told me to be blessed. And I spoke blessings over that lady life. This is something like this has been happening almost every day for me since I agreed with God quickly. Yes, I have a free trip coming up. Well, almost free, but where I'm going, I don't have to pay for a hotel. And it just put it like this, it's a luxury place with a swimming pool. That was gifted to me. All because I decided to do exactly what God put in me to do. And I didn't try to be someone else because those days of being not authentic for me, they're over. This is Sarita. Like I said, I love so many things and I'm doing what I love and I am beginning to make money. I got a new client while I was moving. When you agree with God quickly, these are the things what happen. So never forget this. Stop and disrupt your own life. I can't go back to living a life that's a lie, all because I want to be comfortable. Oh my God, I have been so uncomfortable, guys, for the last, really all this year. Because God did to me, it was uncomfortable because it was time for me to transition and make some changes that I didn't want to do. Because by nature, I really don't like change, but I know they're necessary. But I know greater is coming, it is here. God is really showing me. So, yeah, you have to be yourself and put in action the things, your gifts. And if you don't know what they are, that is one of the gifts God has given me. Like I said, I've added career coaching to my nephew would be glad for me to hear that. I don't know if he'll see this later, but he's always told me you're very good at helping people discern and decide what they should be doing, career wise or personal. So if you don't know what you should be, where you need to go and you need some help, I promise you, I'm gifted to do this. I've been doing it really all my life, but just connect with me, and I will. I get so excited when I see people flowing in their gifts and their talents and abilities, what they were born to do, career wise, ministry wise, what have you. Um, it does something for my heart when I see people flowing, and it's natural because you can tell it just natural. And it's like there's no pretense, and you can tell when people are flowing in what they're supposed to do. You're doing it because you enjoy. You're doing it because you're helping someone else. And you're doing it not for the fame or the fortune or just to be seen. I've told, many times on my previous lives for, last couple of years, I never wanted to be in the forefront. I never wanted to be up front. And God kept pushing me there. And I'm like, I'm okay as Gina on March says, singing in the background. I've always been okay with that, but that is where not, it's not where God wanted me to be, because I have a natural ability to leadership. So be who you were designed to be. And if you don't know who you are, what you're supposed to be doing, connect with me. Now, I may be in one state, but hey, you're watching this on social media. So with technology now, you can coach and do, it doesn't matter where you are. I'll be happy to help because I want to see you succeed. As I tell my students, when I teach, I want them to succeed. Call me. They have my information. I just had a student that I have Calendly. I make it available. We can have Zoom calls. And she was so appreciative that she said, and it just kind of blew me away. She said, I am a senior. I've never had a teacher to do things like this, to make themselves available for Zoom or or even I do a meet and greet. I have a class that just started. I'm going to schedule a meet and greet where I give them opportunity to meet me, talk to me, meet your classmates via Zoom. I ask any questions you want to ask me. I make myself available for them because I truly want them to be successful in this course. It's very rarely that someone failed my course. If they fail, it's because they don't want to pass, because I'm always there. I work with you. I hold them accountable, but I work with you, with my students, just like I work with my clients. I'm going to hold you accountable. We're going to get to the root of things. We're going to get to, what do you want the end results to be? Because see, it's not about me. I'm just here to help you. This is your life. So what do you want your end results to be? And and I help you get there because I really care. I really do care. So I said all this to say, sometimes you have to disrupt yourself. I did. I'm constantly if it's not right, it's no longer working, I'm not going to do it. One thing I put in my disrupt HR presentation was, I don't do well with status quo, especially if the status quo is no longer working. Why? Why are you going to continue to do something just because it's tradition, just because that's what everyone else is doing? No. If it's not working and it's no longer productive or adding value, why are you doing it? I am anti-static status quo if it's not working. And another thing I've learned this month while I was on my sabbatical, I just have to embrace my human nature. I am a disruptive person. I don't do the status quo. And if it's not right, I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to say something. Now, some people they're not liked. I don't care. As one of the what I think it was Justin, one of the Tennessee State representatives. He said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make change," and that's what it's all about. You know. So, nevertheless, um, I've been talking now almost 30 minutes, but I really want to come on and say it's okay to disrupt your life, especially if it's no longer working for you and things are not falling in place. Because one thing you have to remember, in order to grow, you have to change. You have to constantly, um, be disruptive and keep going. Try it and then try it again. If that's not working, keep trying. Do something different And don't worry about what they say, because they ain't gonna never pay a bill for you. They ain't gonna never help you. And it doesn't matter what they say. Okay? Remember that. All right. So let me this is my information. I actually have a new mailing address. Let's keep in touch. Hit me up on social media. And listen, if you are looking this on this YouTube, the replay, please subscribe to my channel, on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get more and more followers, because probably later on, I'm probably going to be doing more streaming from YouTube that I am from some of my other social media platforms. All right. Email address, all things to Rita, fspenterprises.net. This is my mailing address as well. You can shoot me an email if you have any questions, anything resonated with you, any events you may have. I'm here. I got you. I'll be happy to speak on some things for you. All right. And listen, thank you always for your continued support. And as I always say, and this is one thing I live by, this is one of my mantras. You have to protect your peace, so when needed, your peace can protect you. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. I may see you before the next Freedom Friday in August. All right. Bye bye.